So please, especially for public schools, the right environment should be created to prevent, unwanted pregnancy and teenage pregnancy. Schools need, a lot of public schools need private donors. This is how it's done in most Western countries. It's not just reliant on the government to uphold education institutes. Private people in their capacity can contribute to the development of our public schools. Of course, the private schools get their money from their, from their inflated fees, but it is not just reliant on the government, because those kids there, because of the improper environment, children that comes from not so financial buoyant background are exposed to a lot of things. Secondary school, university, public universities, public secondary school, these are the places that really decide, the future of a young person. We should not expect and let everything be beared by, the child, the teenager. Oh, you should know better. You shouldn't have gotten pregnant. You shouldn't have followed so and so. You shouldn't have been following bad peers. Yes, if you train your children well, you should expect that. But there are some people that are not privileged to such training, and there are some people that they make mistakes, just as you are as a human being. Nobody is perfect. So we should all put hands together to create a safe environment. And I still stand on my point that teenagers above a certain age, preferable 16 years, should be taught and introduced to contraceptives, not to be encouraged to use them, not to abuse them, not to even think of having sex or encourage them to have sex, but just having that knowledge can help save someone's future. Do you understand? Because, to use broken, they had the same became way get future or get dreams to become doctor, become professional, but Lego maker settle. You'll come, they see the child will not be able to finish school because of, the pregnancy, and you start looking for somewhere or somehow to settle. This can all be prevented if the teenager, of course, you have to raise your children well, but if the teenager is properly prepared and have knowledge, just in case accidents or mistakes happen, in situations where they find themselves in difficult situations, we also should encourage them and create an environment where they can talk to, adults about whatever it is. But that knowledge is important. It saves a lot of people. In the Western countries, youths at that age are fully educated and informed on what contraceptive is, and I know how we as a society look at it, and of course I know there is health risk and other risks and fears attached to it, but that knowledge can really save a young person's future and life, because sometimes a young girl can still get pregnant and will now be looking, of course, because of maybe, let's say, Nollywood or other means of information, will know of abortion but doesn't know about contraceptive. A lot of young people know about abortion but not contraceptive. So they get pregnant, they start looking for an option of an abortion, which would further endanger their life and complicate things for themselves. So contraceptive is a safer pregnancy prevention than abortion. So we should introduce and teach young people at that age not to use, but to be aware that there is an option like this. That's my point.